I personally have always been a fan of the cottagecore aesthetic. It has this whisk me off to some countryside quaint little cottage by the sea kind of vibe. My personal cottagecore fantasy has a beach by it, okay? And let me just live the more simple life, planting veggies in the garden or writing some novel under a tree, and just romanticize the simple things and disconnect from technology and connecting to nature. So naturally, when I did a poll last week on my community board, and most of you all said you wanted to see a cottagecore aesthetic crochet patterns list from me, I jumped at the opportunity to compile one for you all. And I'm going to break up all of these patterns into 6 different categories: tops, bottoms, dresses, accessories, cardigans, and home decor. And as always, you can find all of the exact links to all of these patterns on my blog post, and that'll be linked in the description box below. So let's get started with some crochet tops. First is this puff sleeve crop top by TCD DIY. I just thought this one was so romantic with the dramatic puffy sleeves. It reminded me of something that Bella from Poor Things would wear, which I loved that film. The costumes were amazing in that one. This one is a bit more intermediate level, and the pattern is made to measure, which means you'll have to do a little bit of math to make it perfectly fit you. And this one uses the moss stitch to create the body and the Suzette stitch to create those gorgeous puffy sleeves, and it's available as a tutorial on their YouTube channel. Or I also loved the Cottagecore corset top by Cute Pastel Stitches. This one is more beginner friendly and it requires basic stitches to make. It's also made to measure as well, and to make it you first work the body, then the trim, and corset closure, and then the straps. And this pattern is a free one on the Ribbler. The next one is so romantic. It's the Audrey top by Hey Hey Crochet. It's beginner friendly and uses the foundation half double crochet along with other basic stitches. To create it, you first work the bodice and then the sleeves and the scallop edging, which is slip stitch, skip a stitch, then 5 double crochet all in the same stitch, then skip a stitch. And that's done over 4 different stitches to create that scallop effect. And this one is available in sizing extra small to 2XL, and it's available for free on their blog. I also liked the Ocean Crest top by Crystal Everdeen. This piece is beginner friendly, and to create it, you start with the bodice, and then you make the ruffly sleeves, and it's made to measure as well. And this one is a pattern on their YouTube channel. Or you could make the Reina top by I Am Lenka Designs. I love the square neck and the long sleeves on this one, as well as the corset details on the waist, and it would pair perfectly with pants or skirts, so it could be easily dressed up or down. It's intermediate level to create and is a made to measure pattern. And this one is available as a paid pattern in their Etsy shop. This lacy leaf top by Bay Crochet is also cute. It's made to measure, and I like how they broke down the measurements for this one. It's a bit more intermediate level to make, or for the advanced beginner who wants to take their skills to the next level. And to make it, you make that front panel and then the back panel and the sleeves, and they all use that leaf motif. And this pattern is available on their YouTube channel. Now I'll share some bottoms patterns with you. First is the 3 motif skirt by Belina Bellwood. I really love how beginner friendly this pattern is, and it's also made to measure. It uses 3 different motifs to make it: the shell or leaf, half double crochet, and the basic mesh stitch. To create it, you start the waistband, which is double crochet, then work the mesh for a few rows, then the shell stitch, and you can alternate them as you like. And I really like how Belina broke this one down and really showed how to customize the motif according to how you like it to be. And this one is available on their YouTube channel. Or if you want a skirt that's perfect for frolicking in a field of flowers, you can make the lavender field skirt by Beautiful Crochet Stuff. This one is perfect for warmer weather and is a great layering piece on top of your swimwear or layer on top of a dress or skirt. With the lace motif, this one's a bit more intermediate level to make, and it requires basic stitches as well as the picot stitch. To create it, you start with the waistband, then you work the lace pattern and the shell edge, and then to finish off, you work a cord to act as the drawstring along the waist. And this one is available from sizes extra small to 3XL, and it's free on the Hobby website. Another skirt that has a feminine and flowy style is the ruffle skirt by Chinda DIY. This one is beginner friendly, and to make it, you start with the waistband, and then you work the skirt in the round, and you increase each round. Then you make those ruffles. This one is made to measure, and it's available as a free pattern on their YouTube channel. Or you could make the Mermaid Crochet Lace Pants by Andrea Campbell. I would say that these are on more of the advanced side, as it is quite an intricate lace motif. I love the flare style on this one and the scalloped edging, as well as how the waist is secured with the ribbon sash. They're made in one size that fits small medium, and this one is a paid pattern on their Ravelry. Now I'll share some cottagecore dress patterns with you. First is the Estelle dress by I Am Lenka Designs. This one is size inclusive and it is a bit more intermediate level to make. I love the little details on this one, such as the ruffle neckline and the sash in the back, and the puffy sleeves that really give it that extra romantic cottagecore flair. I also really liked how you could customize this to be a top or a dress, and this one is a paid pattern on their Etsy shop. Or you could make the chunky strawberry dress by I Am One. This one is broken up into 3 different videos on their YouTube channel, and to make it, you start with the top panel, and then the skirt panel, and lastly the puffy sleeves, and then you add the strawberry applique. I would say this one is more intermediate level, and this one is also made to measure, and I just love how cutesy the style is, and since it's made with bulky yarn, it'd work up quite quickly. I also liked this crochet dress by Mahang Crochet. This one is made in such a sunny color, and I love the puffy sleeves, and to make it, you make the back panel and then the front panel, then seam them together with the single crochet. And this one is also made to measure and is available on their YouTube channel. If you like corsets, you might like this next dress. It's the Charlotte corset dress by the Silver Knot by Julia. This one is more intermediate level, and I love the closed back princess style corset, the square neckline, and the puffy sleeves, as well as the delicate trimming and ruffles and the flowy design. And this one is made to measure and is available on their Ko-fi. Now I'll share some accessories patterns with you. It wouldn't be a cottagecore collection without a bandana or kerchief. This first one is a simple bandana by Selena Veronique. The finished size is 7 inches or 18 centimeters high by 17 inches or 43 centimeters long. The motif used to create it is the shell stitch, which is 7 double crochet all in the same space. And this one's also pretty repetitive, which is great if you're watching a movie and crocheting along. And this one is free on their blog post. Next is the checkered bandana by Melts Crochet. This one is in Indonesian and English and is made of mainly working double crochet with a fair bit of color switching, but I loved how it creates such a lovely design. And this one is available on their YouTube channel. And just one more kerchief because they're so cute. Here's the Daisy Flower one by VV Crochet. This one is also beginner friendly and is worked using the granny stitch design. Then you crochet a ruffle border and crochet a daisy and use it as applique. And this pattern is free on their YouTube channel. What would cottagecore be without a bonnet as well? So this next one is the Baby Bonnet by Material Girls. It uses 2 skeins of size 4 yarn, and you actually work with both yarns at the same time. So it'd be good to make sure you're comfortable with working with 2 yarns at the same time. It's beginner friendly, and you work it by making the bonnet top, then the body, and then the face border. And this one just uses basic stitches. And this one is on their YouTube channel, and it's also for free in their digital magazine. I really love Material Girls digital zines, so if you haven't heard of them, you should definitely check them out. They're made of a collection of fiber artists, and their zines are just so aesthetically pleasing and have a lot of really cool patterns and inspiration. And they also have occasional in-person meetups in London and Paris, which is pretty cool. You could also make the Strawberry Purse by Shy Spider Crochet. The bag is worked from the bottom up in a spiral, and the leaves are made separately and then sewn onto the piece. This is the perfect size for smaller things. It's 8 inches in height by 7 inches in width, or 20 centimeters in height by 18 centimeters in width. And this one would be perfect to make for summer, and it's available for free on the Ribbler. Now I'll share some cottagecore cardigans. First is the Flower Cardigan by Crystal Everdeen. This one is beginner friendly and is made to measure, and there are detailed instructions on how to make it fit you. For this one, you make 2 front panels, 1 back panel, those sleeves with a slight puff, and then you sew the daisy flowers on it. And this one is a YouTube video tutorial. Or make this Constance Cardi by Hello Yala. This pattern is made to measure and is made by working from bottom to top and made using 3 panels, 2 for the front and 1 for the back. I loved the Peter Pan collars, fluffy sleeves, and tiered cuffs details, and lacy textures, which have such a cottagecore vibe to me. And this one is available as a paid pattern in their Etsy shop. This next one is a cottagecore classic. It's a Strawberry Cardigan by Michelle Jasic, and it's available on their YouTube channel. To make it, you make front panels and a back panel and then sleeves and then that trim. Then you crochet the strawberries and sew them onto the sweaters. I loved the puffiness of the strawberries on this one. And I really liked how they used a thrifted sweater to make this one. They actually took the sweater apart and unraveled all the yarn, and then they used it to make this sweater. So it's a great way to keep clothing out of landfills and to upcycle them. And I definitely want to try this a lot more with projects in the future. Now I'll share some cottagecore home decor with you. First is this cute mushroom garland by Blue Mushroom Studios. First you make the caps, then the stems, then you sew them together. Then you can add some white beads like they did for the buttons, or you can crochet your own little buttons. This one is beginner friendly, and this one is free on their YouTube channel. Or bring the outside in with the Timber Pillows by Yarnspirations. This one is 6 inches or 15 centimeters in diameter by 17 inches or 43 centimeters long. It's beginner friendly to make, and you'll be working in the round for this one. And there's a pattern for a birch log and an oak log. And this one is a free pattern on the Yarnspirations website. Or make a picnic basket like this one by Crystallized Designs. It's more intermediate level to make and does require you to know the reverse single crochet, front post and back post double crochet, as well as the basic stitches. The finished basket measures 11.5 inches in length by 8 inches in width and 7 inches in height. And to make it, you work the handles, then the base of the basket, and the body with the basket flaps. You can also weave a metal wire through the handles for extra support. And this one is available as a free pattern on their blog. Well, what did you think of my collection of cottagecore crochet patterns? Let me know in the comments below, and also don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to join me each week for more crochet inspiration. And you can also check out all the exact links to all of the patterns I mentioned on my blog post, which is linked in the description box below. And while you're on my website, make sure that you subscribe to my monthly newsletter so you don't miss out on any upcoming happenings behind the scenes here at Cactus Lady Creation, as well as shop updates and new patterns. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me in the next one.